Alright, listen. If you're running an Onlyfans page in 2025 and you're not seeing the results you want, it's not your content, it's your system. Over the last couple of years, I've managed over 100 creators and scaled multiple of them to 6 figures per month. And today, I'm going to be giving you the exact way to optimize your page. No gatekeeping, no bullshit, just a real strategy that works right now. Now, in this video, I'm gonna walk you through everything. So that includes landing page, bio, pricing, scheduling, content structure, PPVs, retention, the full blueprint. Save this video, take notes, and let's get straight into it. First, your display picture. This needs to instantly show the viewer your niche. So if you're a gamer, look like a gamer. You know, if you cosplay, show that. If you've got big assets, show them tastefully. You know, make it bright, make it clear, and ideally taken, you know, on a real camera, not like a selfie or a screenshot. And this is the #1 factor in profile clicks. Now, next, you've got the header picture. So go on Canva, search, you know, the OnlyFans header measurements and upload 4 or 5 pictures of the model or of yourself and remove the background, put a clean eye-catching backdrop behind her or yourself if you are a model. And if you don't want to design anything, use, you know, a high quality photo of the model or yourself, you know, lying down that fills the entire frame. So it's simple, it's clean, and it's premium. Now, let's talk about the bio because this is your most important conversion tool. Now, your bio is the make or break for subs. So when you're doing this, do not use AI to write it. It makes you sound like a robot. So start with a bold claim, you know, something like the naughtiest gamer in the UK and then a couple of emojis. Make sure you do use emojis as well. You know, make it human. Make the rest of the bio tied to the model's, you know, personality. Don't list types of content because if a fan doesn't like one thing on the list, then they simply won't subscribe. And you want them to feel like they're meeting a real person, not a generic OF model. And you want the subscriber to start building the connection with your brand, you know, before they actually sub. Let's discuss pricing. This depends entirely on the niche. So for dom niches, free pages are going to convert way better. For GFE, you know, run a paid page price between $15 to $20 per month and always have a max discount running for new and expired subs. You need to use inflow as well to automate this with limited slots so it feels exclusive. And here's a big tip. Change the wording of your offer every 5 to 7 days. So same deal, but a fresh angle and way better conversions then. And for location, just keep it vague, you know, something like 2 miles from you or in your head. Now, most fans message because they think there's a chance they'll meet the model one day, which they won't, but that's the fantasy they play on. And if they see, you know, you're across the world, they're not gonna sub. So keep it vague and universal. Now, the feed. This is where 90% of creators go wrong. Quality always beats quantity. So track what gets the most likes, comments, and tips. Keep the wall non-nude, but very teasing. Now, this prevents bad reviews, avoids chargebacks, and builds anticipation. So post once or twice a day, but make it personality based. And if you like reading, you know, take a naughty picture with your favorite book and ask for book suggestions. If you like gaming, post in a gamer outfit and ask what people are playing tonight. You see what I'm doing there? You know, the more engagement you get, the better you will do with the OF algorithm. And this massively increases retention. And also make sure throughout these photos, videos, you know, you're changing outfits, locations, rooms, angles, you know, because variety is going to drive engagement. And use the wall to trigger conversations. For example, message me at exactly 9:21 p.m. BST and I'll send you a free video. And now when they do, send them a teaser content and then just upsell. That's how you turn cold fans into paying fans. Also, use the feed to start teasing your PPVs early so you can build hype. And the more anticipation you build, the better your mass PPV will convert. And then you can also use the OnlyFans scheduling tool. So upload a full week's worth of feed content and PPVs in one go. It's great. It's so super convenient. Schedule posts, you know, at different times so it doesn't look automated. You know, this frees your time to film more content and this will help you make more money. Now let's talk about mass PPV because this is where the real money is. Saturday or Sunday are the best days to send mass PPVs. Fans are home, bored, scrolling, and ready to spend. Use varied pricing for every mass message. Send a higher price to big spenders, a medium price to normal buyers, and a lower price to low spenders, or time wasters for that matter. This keeps the perceived value high and it squeezes the maximum possible profit out of every type of fan on your list. 2 mass PPVs per month is the sweet spot. You won't oversell that way, but you know, you'll still see massive revenue spikes. And one of the most important things in content creation as an OnlyFans creator is sexting sequences. And if you don't know what they are, or you're not using them properly, you are leaving thousands of dollars on the table every single month. Now I'm going to break down exactly what they are, how to film them, the psychology behind why they work, and how to build them into your weekly content routine so you can maximize the revenue without feeling like you're grinding 24/7 and burning out. So Sexting sequences. These are 9 to 10 video sequences that get more extreme, more intentional, and more intimate as you go. The whole purpose of these is simple. Instead of sending a fan one individual piece of content for a couple of dollars, you're building an actual experience that escalates. And that escalation is what makes these so powerful. Because when you build a sequence properly, you now have the opportunity to make 5, 7, even 10 times the amount of money you would have made from sending something singular. Each video becomes a step that pulls a subscriber deeper into the fantasy. And the deeper they go, the more they're willing to unlock. And the more they unlock, the more money you make. And the important thing in this is, sequences are sold as if they're happening live. That's the magic. That's why fans buy. They feel like they're interrupting you, they're distracting you, they're influencing what you're doing. It feels real. Now, every single creator, whether you're a dom, non-explicit, suggestive, or fully explicit, whatever you may be, you need sequences. This is universal. Sequences work for every niche because the psychology is the same. The fan feels like they're part of the moment. Now let's talk about how to actually create these sequences the right way, because the details matter a lot. The first rule is do not show natural light. No windows, no sunlight, no obvious daytime shadows. Now, the reason for this is simple. If you show natural light, you limit when you can sell it. Because if the video looks like it's shot at 2 p.m. and the fan is messaging you at 10 p.m, that's gonna break the immersion immediately. And we want sequences to feel like they could be happening right now at any hour. Film them in a controlled environment. You can use lamps, LED lights, ring lights, anything except sunlight if possible. Next, wear the same clothes and the same makeup in every video of that specific sequence. Now, this is another immersion rule. So if video 1 has you in one outfit and video 2 randomly switches to something else, the fan's gonna instantly know it wasn't filmed, as a real flowing moment there and then. So consistency with these makes it believable, and believability is what's gonna sell this content. Now, here's something people don't realize. Less talking makes sequences way easier to sell. This is because the conversation from the chats might not align to the words said in the sequence, which can also create doubts for the sub. Now, when you keep it, it visual and simple, the fan can project whatever they want onto the moment. It becomes personalized to their fantasy, not yours. The next key point, the subscriber needs to think it's live. Everything you do in these videos should give the illusion that you're stopping what you were doing, picking up the phone, filming this content in the moment for them, just for them. When it feels live, the perceived value is going to increase. And when the perceived value increases, you can charge more. And every video should be priced slightly higher than the last one. The more extreme, the longer the video is, the more involved it gets, the higher the price should go. This is how you climb that ladder from a small sale to a very, very big one. And if you need to prop up your phone at the start of each video, do it. Make it feel natural. Make it feel like you're actually setting the phone up because the fan asked you to do so. Again, realism is what makes these work. Don't stress about, making everything perfect, because authenticity always sells better than perfection. A small laugh, a small stumble, a natural adjustment, these things actually make the content more believable and way more intimate. I recommend creating one of these sequences every single week. It keeps your returning fans engaged, it gives your chatters something to sell, and it gives you way more upsell opportunities throughout the week. And if you want to be an elite creator, not average, not good, but elite, then the sequences need to feel as natural as possible. They should feel like they're actually happening in your real life. For example, if you're a gamer, you shouldn't just start the sequence in lingerie posing on your bed. That's obvious. Instead, start the sequence playing a game. The fan feels like they distracted you from playing that game, to then give them this fancy, and they feel like you're getting flustered or turned on or curious because of something they said mid-game. Now, this is powerful because the fan doesn't feel like you're trying to sell them something. They feel like the moment is unfolding because of them. And when a fan feels like they cause the moment, they're gonna buy everything. Some creators will start sequences maybe reading a book or watching the TV or chilling in bed or scrolling on the phone. These work great because they're real activities. They don't create doubt, but a lot of creators make the mistake of starting sequences in some crazy outfit that obviously wouldn't be worn at home randomly. For example, a full police outfit. Look, it looks great for photos, but it makes zero sense in a natural sexting sequence. Why would you be wearing that on a random Tuesday afternoon in your bed? You wouldn't. That's gonna create doubt, and doubt kills sales. And the more natural the setting, the better the sequence is going to perform. Now, I want to quickly talk about OnlyFans Lives because a lot of creators get stuck here. Lives used to be extremely effective back when Cam 2 was converting well on TikTok, when creators were blowing up on lives and funneling traffic directly into OF. But in 2025 and moving into 2026, lives come with more downsides than upsides, and here's the problem. When you go live often, fans are going to begin to wait for you to go live instead of unlocking content. They think, why would I pay for this right now? She'll probably show something on live later. So it's going to lower your overall PPV spend, and even worse, if you have whales, big spenders, let's say, and they see you're live interacting with other guys, that can break the relationship instantly. They're really not going to like that. And high value fans want to feel chosen. They want to feel exclusive. Lives break that illusion. So instead of putting all that energy into going live, put that energy into building elite sequences and optimizing your page. Sequences are evergreen. They can be sold today, tomorrow, a year from now. Lives disappear. Sequences compound. Lives also rely heavily on timing. Sequences can be sold at any time. And sequences scale your income in a way that lives simply cannot. Everything about sequences ties back to one core principle: immersion. From the lighting, to the outfit, to the makeup, to the storyline, to the pricing structure, to the messaging. You see, the goal is to create a believable experience the fan wants to continue unlocking. And the better you get at making sequences feel real, the more money you will make. And I can promise you, after managing over 100 creators, the creators who master sequences are always the ones who scale the fastest. Always. If you want to stand out, if you want to make more money, if you want your fans to stay longer, spend more, and actually feel invested in you, don't skip sequences. Don't wing them. Make sure you build them properly, film them consistently, and treat them as the most important content that you create each week. That's the full breakdown. The exact system I use to scale pages into the top 0% and even into 6-figure months. And if you want more tutorials like this, subscribe, drop a comment, and let me know what you want to see next. If you're a creator who wants help scaling your page, all my links are below. The Instagram's at Dylan Frano, DYLANFRANO. Drop me a DM there. I'm happy to have a conversation. Hope you drew some value from this. Thank you for listening. See you all on the next one.